Diffuser located. Protect the bomb.
Was that a hipfire?
That looked like it.
Wow. What is up, guys, and welcome back. Now, at first glance, that last clip kind of looks like a hacker killed me, but here at the Brafam headquarters, we know what's actually going on, and I'm here to tell you all about the secrets to get you easy kills. Now, as much as I'd like to be able to just blame a hacker on me dying in casual to a level 7 fuse, in actuality, he really just beamed me with a new broken mechanic that has now even been picked up in Pro League. Now, this first trick is a little bit longer than I normally do, so if you don't want to see this OP Fuse strat, as always, feel free to jump around to whatever trick appeals to you using the timestamps below. Now, let's jump into some pro gameplay and hear what the casters have to say about these plays.
They're throwing Sexy Cake on this fuse into Dirt Tunnel. The laser sight PMM on the shield of Sexy Cake. I haven't really seen it come out very much. It's kind of a, like I said, hyper-specific pick.
We've seen Sexy Cake play Blitz a number of times, and he's going to be the first contact now. With the PMM, it does quite a bit of damage, though, and it looks like it tags Ion once. A great shot, a bit of luck there from Sexy Cake, as it does a tremendous amount of damage to Ion, the Smoke, who will now have to fall all the way back. All of these opportunities from Liquid being seized upon, and a really strong opening start here from this Liquid squad. He's got the best gun of the three shield operators. The PMM is a better gun than, you see on Montaigne and you see on Blitz. He also has smokes just like the other shield operators. As you see two smoke grenades in the hands of Sexy Cake, and if they need him to, you can still put his utility down somewhere in the form of that gadget.
Yeah, it's definitely, I honestly got to say, it's a bit of a sniper pistol. It reminds me of when we had the Monty days, back with the revolver, when you could put a laser sight on the revolver, and it had the hip fire that was, ridiculously tight, too easy to control. And it's a similar thing with the fuse. The difference is slightly more ammunition on the PMM. Ollie's also going to take down Ion. This is going all but FaZe's way as they keep losing player after player. Though late in the round, Yokai Drone still in play, only 3 seconds. If Cameraman can make it happen, but no! Sexy Cake rushes sight, gets the kills that are necessary, and Liquid will take the round, attacking onto basement.
That PMM just does so much damage. It is a tiny magazine, and you can bless your lucky stars, or thank your lucky stars, if you're Team Liquid, for the fact that Sexy Cake was not all out of bullets, but still has the handy shield.
So we're still seeing the Fuse PMM laser sight shield combination being brought from Sexy Cake. It has actually been working out pretty well for him, all things considered. What we just saw in that last round was a huge clutch.
So yeah, you all saw it there. There's something currently going on with the Fuse Shield PMM plus laser sight combo that is just beaming people. And after watching this, I jumped into a couple of these games just to test it out, and I got these two 3K hipfire rounds using it. Now, even in the pro game, Sexy Cake didn't even use his utility most of the time, even when they went basement and he could have fused the kitchen. It was a very specific pick, and he successfully pushed a smoke all the way out of Dirt Tunnel with just a couple hipfire shots even. The PMM also hit so hard that even if you don't get that lucky roll onto the headshot, it only takes a few shots anyways, and even if you don't kill them, most likely some of the shots will land. Honestly though, don't even take my word for it. Next time you play, just pick Fuse with the shield and a PMM with the laser sight and test it out for yourself. For some reason, it's extra insane right now.
FaZe looks just hunkered down, as if there's going to really be no pressure from Liquid, as Liquid haven't assessed exactly how to take command of this defense.
Astro looking for the head of that fuse. He's not able to find it. Shield doing its work here on the window. I mean, Sexy Cake isn't going to be able to do very much from this window other than disrupt the rotation. And oh no, he takes a shot seemingly through the shield, but I'm guessing that was onto the shoulder from Astro's perspective. That's going to put Sexy Cake on low HP.
Number 2 is a common angle that I see in games, but I've never covered it here on the channel, so I'm going to spend just a few seconds on it now for everybody that hasn't seen it yet. By leaning left, you can get nice lines of sight through this shelf in CCTV room, and from the attacker's point of view, it's very difficult to see because only small pieces of your head will be showing. One thing you definitely need to keep in mind though is that if you crouch and shoot out the stuff in your waist that you can see outside, you really need to be careful of client side debris, as you see me learn the hard way here.
Which, if we see a repeat of round number 1, will likely be FaZe having to invest a set amount of their tools in defending the dirt tunnel, because that is exactly where Sexy Cake will make his home, if.
Our first Kaid Electroclaw spot is going to be electrifying 2 reinforced walls, as well as keeping it off the ground as compared to Bandit's batteries that were easily taken out here. By simply placing the Electroclaw in between the reinforced walls, it will have a perfect fit to reach both of them. One thing to keep in mind is that if they do roll a grenade far enough through this drone hole, it can reach it to destroy the Electroclaw. So keep it high up and get an ADS here as well, with overall locking down this setup.
Also don't know if the roamers are still on the roam though, because, well, we don't. No, it's true. There he is. It's Nesk upstairs by cash room. So this is really huge that FaZe hasn't droned out Nesk. C4 for PSK will land. Mav goes down. That's the buck eliminated. So the nade's not going to be a presence in this round any longer. Also, PSK, excellent play. Gets the down on the Maverick, follows that up with the C4 kill. He knows someone has to be watching from the bottom of main stairs. And why? Because that's just a cornerstone of a church wall attack. As soon as he knows it's a church wall attack, well, the C4's flying, and it will get the kill. That's excellent practice as well, the PSK knowing exactly where to throw that C4. I cannot stress how difficult that one is. You really have to go into a custom and practice it over and over and over again to get it right.
Now, I was super stoked when I saw this because I've done this trick before, but it always came from randomly standing and aiming at the right place. We finally now have this down to a science, and I can land this 100% of the time, whereas when I covered it before, it still wasn't perfected. By pushing your character model up against these 2 boxes and then locking your crosshairs where you see mine on screen, you won't even have to open up a lot above the reinforced wall in order to get this to not just sail over the wall easily, but land at the bottom of the stairs through the doorway perfectly. If someone ever pushes you on church wall, or if you have a mirror up and you can see on the other side, if you throw this C4, you have such a high chance of getting a kill, it's really insane. I'm so glad that we finally caught a glimpse of how they threw this in game, because this is truly the perfected way on how to do this, and now all of us can land this 100% of the time with just a couple practice shots.
With his own assault rifle, which is a way that you can use Fuze and just often requires a bit more strategy and finesse.
Oh no!
Is Mav going to be able to get this charge in time? It does appear so, and FaZe can greet them in time. Down goes the buck as there's a volley from FaZe, and this looks almost unwinnable for Liquid. They're all going to fall very swiftly shut down, but you can't really push in if you don't have a wall open to do so.
I actually think that second thermite charge was taken out by Paulu's nade, which he missed over the wall. There's some really unfortunate nade throwing by Paulu, and to be fair to him, that is one of the hardest over-wall nades to land in this entire game. Something about that wall, it's just a little bit one-sided. Impacts, yeah, you can do it. C4s, sure, from inside of church going out. But throwing nades in, it's doable, just exceptionally difficult.
Alright, now getting into some counters on how to deal with someone that wants to throw the C4 or just general church wall attack tips. It is easier to throw items over the wall from the inside as a defender than it is to throw things such as grenades from the attacker's side. The reason for that is there's an overhang that looks like a stick support beam that goes horizontally across from the top that is not just hard to see but also catches your utility when thrown too high. When you're looking at this from the defender's point of view on the inside of the church, you can fully see where the overhang lies, and it's not pushed back as much, so you can see the area that's open much more clearly. I'm honestly not even sure what's going on up in the ceiling here, but just keep that in mind if you find yourself nading this spot and you're at risk of killing a teammate.
Vault on in, which is why Sexy Cake pulls out that shotgun. So he's at a much closer angle as he's going to be able to greet anybody that comes in through the dirt. Well, PSK's foot gets shot out by Mav, who's holding the angle above, and PSK will need to step back. There's no resetting anymore, so he's not going to get back to 50 HP. He's going to sit at that 20 HP, thereabouts.
You can go from the kitchen hallway through the top of the church wall, and PSK lost a little over 75 HP because of it. Definitely a great move there from Mav.
Number 6 is going to be another way you can contest a C4 thrower from church, or if you get a lucky pick, you could get anyone rotating inside the church. Just come to the central hallway and open up the floor where you see me go, and you can get a crazy tight sideways angle through the floor and over the reinforced wall right into church. Even if you don't get the kill, but you shoot the legs of someone with a C4 here, that has the potential of saving your teammate by having them back off of the throw completely. This is a better angle to hold once you take control of the stairs, and that will help prevent you from getting C4'd from below through the floor.
That it's the supply room where everybody has to go. And usually, you can fare pretty good in the supply room because there's only like 1 or 2 ways into the site. Wasn't the case for Penta, as they missed a couple C4s. That was unfortunate for them because if they had have connected, it probably would have meant a completely different round. And
our next trick is going to be 2 spots for Electroclaws that you can use, and these are great options to go with the laundry room hatch plus wall combo, or like we saw in the Pro League game where they used both of the Electroclaws in order to help out the roamers that are holding meeting room upstairs. Now, I was going to include the hatch wall combo, but I figured you guys all knew that Electroclaw spot already. That's probably the best Electroclaw spot on all of Oregon, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a screenshot of it up here now. Anyways, these 2 other spots are great options and help the roamers hold meetings so much. You can electrify the wall from lobby and meeting, or you can even get both of the walls in between pantry and meeting. One main strat for attackers is to take from the small tower and do a west to east push through the map, and these 2 electrified walls in pantry are a big hindrance to that strategy. Anyways, you guys, let me know what your favorite trick from this video was, and once you wipe a squad with your PMM Fuze hipfires, make sure to come back and tell me in the comments so that myself and everyone else reading can see how nutty it really is. I love you all. I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Peace.